Hey, Andrew here for mynexttablet.com. Today with an unboxing of the FNF i5 Mini 4S, which is a very cheap Android tablet that's pretty similar to the iPad Mini. It's kind of a cheaper iPad Mini clone. And yeah, in this video we want to unbox this tablet. I got it from Gearbest. They sent it to me to review, and there right now it costs 91 euros and 70 cents. That should be roughly around 100 US dollars. So it's a pretty cheap tablet, a very cheap tablet. And for that price, it offers quite interesting hardware. So we will unbox it. Let's put the tablet to the side first. We've got a quick start guide here, and then nothing much else except a charger over there. And then a standard USB cable. It's USB 2.0 to micro USB, so no USB Type-C. Alright, that's in the box, nothing special, so we can take out the tablet. I actually already unboxed this for my German video, so I can turn it on already. And yeah, a pretty interesting tablet. As you can see, it doesn't look like a $100 tablet at all. In fact, it looks very similar to the iPad Mini, maybe even a bit similar to the Xiaomi Mi Pad 3. Yeah, not bad at all. It doesn't look as cheap, for example, as the Amazon Fire HD8, which has a very similar price tag, or the Lenovo Tab 4a, which is actually a bit more expensive. Alright, let's take a look at the outside of the hardware first. We've got a 2 megapixel camera, front camera, then we've got a 7.9 inch screen here, and the screen is actually the main point why you might want to buy this tablet. Usually for around $100 we get an HD resolution at 1280 by 800, but this one actually has the same resolution as an iPad Mini or as the Xiaomi Mi Pad 3. It's 2048 by 1536, so it's a pretty high resolution. And if we compare that to a standard tablet at this price from more known brands like Lenovo, if I put them side by side, I'm actually not sure if you will be able to see that in this video, but I can see on the FNF i5 Mini 4S look a lot sharper than the HD screen on the Lenovo Tab 4a. Yeah, that's a big difference. HD resolution on 8 inch compared to the kind of retina display as Apple calls it. So that's the main point why you might want to get the i5 Mini 4S here. Alright, let's go further around the device. We've got a black bezel around the screen, and there's actually a protective cover on here already. If you take it off, I guess that there's no Gorilla Glass, so we'll probably be able to scratch it easily. So yeah, I guess it's a good idea to leave the protective cover thing here on. On the side, we actually have a metal bezel, an aluminum bezel, and that's certainly nice to see at this price point. On the back, I'm not very sure. It doesn't say that this is metal. At the beginning, I thought that the back plate here is metal, but I guess it's just plastic. But as I said, I'm not 100% sure as of now. We've got glass on the top, and on the bottom it's black glass, so you will certainly see fingerprints on there very easily. But the build quality is surprisingly good for a tablet at around $100. It feels much more high-end than the Amazon Fire HD8. It's not comparable to an iPad Mini or the Xiaomi Mi Pad 3. Both of them have a full metal body, which I prefer. But at this price, the build quality is actually really nice. The only downside that I noticed is that the bezel here, it doesn't feel like super polished on the sides here. Yeah, doesn't feel super polished. Besides that, I really have nothing bad to say about the build quality. It feels like a nice tablet. It's not too thick. It's only 7 millimeters. And yeah, weighs 340 grams. So that's certainly nice. Again, especially at this price, you always have to remember the $100, roughly $100 price tag. Inside here runs a Rockchip processor. That's the RK3288. It's a quad-core chip clocked at 1.6 GHz, and we're also getting 2 GB of RAM and 32 GB of internal storage. The Rockchip is not a well-known processor, but you might have seen it in a couple of Chromebooks from Asus, for example. But the performance is very similar to the Snapdragon 425 that we're seeing in the Lenovo Tab 4.8, in the new Samsung Galaxy Tab A 8.0, that's only official in Vietnam as of right now, and also in the Huawei MediaPad T3 8.0. All of those three tablets are much more expensive, but obviously Snapdragon Qualcomm is a known brand. The Rockchip is known maybe too, but yeah, very few people actually use devices with a Rockchip, at least in the Western world. Alright, we're also getting 2GB of RAM, 32GB of internal storage. I already mentioned that. And yeah, on here runs Android, and it's not Android Nougat, and that's not that great. It's Android 6.0.1 Marshmallow, as you can see here. But to be fair, to get a tablet with Nougat for under $100, under 100 euros, it's actually not that easy. The Lenovo Tab 3 7 Essential, for example, still running Marshmallow. The new Huawei MediaPad T3 7, which is a new tablet, is still running Marshmallow as well. So yeah, getting a cheap tablet with Nougat is actually not that easy as of right now. Marshmallow is a fine, stable operating system, but obviously Nougat would be better. What's good about it though is the interface. As you can see, there are no customizations. Yeah, none at all. There are not even apps pre-installed except the Google apps, which we want. We want the Play Store and so on, but there are no apps from any other company pre-installed, no ads or what. That's really nice. It's just standard vanilla Android. So really nothing to complain about the operating system. I really like that it's just vanilla Marshmallow. That's it, nothing else, no big UI. And in fact, there are only 5.9GB taken up by the system. Everything else from those 32GB are free for you to use, and I already did install 2 games, so we can check them out. Let me just quickly go to mynexttablet.com, and I have an English keyboard here. Alright, mynexttablet.com, and then we can surf around a bit. I'm pretty far away from the Wi-Fi right now, so I'm not sure if this has the best Wi-Fi module inside, the best Wi-Fi chip, but the performance of this Rockchip should certainly be fine for browsing the web in Chrome, watching YouTube, watching some Netflix. That should work without any problems. Yeah, simple apps should work without any problems as well. The same goes actually for games. You probably will be able to play most games with this, and I just want to try Asphalt Extreme here, and I will use a Bluetooth controller with it just for fun. I'm just reviewing it. I just got it, so let's just try it with the Bluetooth controller, and let's connect it. I already played about one level of Mortal Kombat 5, which worked quite nicely, and also a bit of Asphalt Extreme, which worked quite nicely as well. The loading times are a bit slower than with high-end tablets like the Samsung Galaxy Tab S3 or the Asus ZenPad 3S10. Those load noticeably faster, so the storage in here, 2GB of RAM, probably not the best, not the fastest compared to higher-end tablets, but again, remember, it's only around $100, 90 euros. So let's just start up a game here. I was able to play Mortal Kombat 5 without any problems. Same goes to Asphalt Extreme. Not in the highest graphics settings though, then you might see some stuttering, but that's not the case if you go to the middle graphics settings, as we will have here right now. Then you can, or I could play it actually quite nicely, and you will see that right now when we're starting the game. All right. So yeah, as you can see, it plays quite smoothly. I'm certainly not the best gamer, but yeah, it really works quite nicely. The graphics look nice. Obviously, the display looks really nice. I was just reviewing the Lenovo Tab 4.8 with an HD screen, and it's fine. The Lenovo Tab 4.8 is a nice tablet for its price, but you can certainly get a much better display with a similar performance for much less money if you order something from China. Obviously, you will, if you're in Europe, for example, you won't have the 2 years warranty if you order this from China. And I'm not sure if the support will be similar to something that maybe Lenovo is offering. Probably not. So that's something you might want to consider. If you're getting that, you probably, if there's something wrong with the device, you have to send it back to China, I guess. So I'm not sure how the support will be there. I haven't tried it at all. Yeah, but as you can see, it works quite nicely. Asphalt Extreme here, and the same should go for everything else. I will do a thorough gaming test, benchmark test, and so on later on, and obviously a final review after I've used it for a while. But my first impressions are pretty good. I didn't play much and it didn't get hot at the end, maybe just a bit over here. But yeah, I quite like the FNF i5 Mini 4S so far. Performance seems to be decent, similar to a Snapdragon 425, which is certainly not the best chip, but the performance should be fine, especially at this price. Yeah, I really like the display. Build quality seems nice too. And yeah, that are my first impressions. I will do a thorough review in a couple of weeks after I've used it for a couple of weeks, gaming test and so on. If you have anything I should try on here, just write it down below so I can include it in my final review. Alright, this is a quick unboxing and hands-on with the FNF i5 Mini 4S. I'm AJ for mynexttablet.com. Thanks for watching.